is a 2009 Ducati 696 Monster, which I found in Miami, and that's pretty far from me because I was in a business trip and I was looking on Facebook. Happened to find it for about actually $1,000, which is not bad for a Ducati Monster. Some of them you could find a deal, but usually they're older than. I've seen a few that are $19.99 for about $1,000, but this was 2009, so it's pretty new. It is pretty rough, so I'll go over what needs to be done to it. But for now, this video, we're just gonna go ahead and try to get it started in riding at least. First problem that we have is no clutch. As you can see, it's in neutral. If I engage it and I try to move it, it's engaged. But if I try to press in the clutch, it's still engaged. So what we have to do there is hopefully the slave cylinder is not leaking, and it's just out of fluid. So I have some .3 right there. We're gonna go ahead and bleed it to see if the clutch is actually working or not. Or this line actually looks a little bit torn, so I'm not sure if it needs to be changed and it's leaking from here, but we'll see. So I'll kind of go around to talk about the bike and what needs to be done. Obviously, clutch needs to be bled. This line does look cracked, but the actual line itself doesn't look bad. It's just a wire. But we'll see if it's leaking. I'm not sure where this goes. This looks to be. Oh, this goes into the intake. So this is probably missing a sensor somewhere. This probably goes to a sensor. What else? Oh, yep. No kickstand. Focus. No kickstand spring, so we'll have to go to Home Depot, find one, or just order it online. Can't be that expensive. Headlight wires are actually cut right there. These go right here. The connector was cut out. It looks like they used this poor bike as a parts bike. So this is the blinkers. This is the clutch switch. For some reason it's not hooked up. And this is not even bolted in. As you can see, it's all loose. But I was thinking about actually painting this different color. They all seem to be stock like that, and I think that's a horrible look, but personal taste, I guess. Oh yeah, this tank cover is cracked. I really haven't done anything to the bike since I got it. What else? Yeah, so it's missing the vessel right here for the rear lights. This does work though. This is a pretty awesome bracket actually. This is the latch for the seat. For some reason it's like that. I believe the original ones have a keyhole right here. Timing covers are missing, and we're gonna have to get some of those online. I actually need to remove this to see what other parts are missing under there. I'm not sure if it's missing any. It does start, but oh, actually we have to clean this as well. So this is the oil level. This is where you tell how high the oil level is. We have to clean this with acetone so you can see how much oil is in there. And so the big thing that I didn't say about the bike, that it does have a cracked crankcase, but I believe it's, oh yeah, it's right there. So yeah, you guys can see that. So it's not that bad, and it doesn't look like it's gonna leak any oil from right there. We could probably just get it soldered, or maybe not, because I'm actually looking on the other side and that looks pretty bad. Yeah, we'll definitely take out the engine. We'll actually see what's wrong with it. Is leaking any oil from there? It does have some really nice tires. They're pretty soft as well, both on the back too. We are missing the rear brake as well. I just noticed that on the way here, on the way back from Miami. The master cylinder is there, so let's see if I can make it. I can fit it through here. Yeah, you kind of see it right there. So a rod just goes in here, and this is the master cylinder, and then right here you just have your brake fluid that goes to the rear caliper. It does have Brembos, which is pretty nice. But yeah. So I just opened this. I removed the 2 bolts. They're 2 Phillips, and then you just remove this that lid. And as you can see, this thing is nasty. So I'll show you what regular brake fluid is supposed to look like. It kind of looks like water. Well, not really. Well, kind of like a tint. So it's basically clear. Okay, so this job is pretty simple. Bleeding brakes, clutches, whatever it is, all you have to do is pump and then open at the end. Let all the fluid out, all the air bubbles out. So here we have my ghetto contraction. This is actually to catch my brake fluid, so it doesn't go anywhere. You simply just open this while you're pumping this. Make sure you don't release the master cylinder whenever you have the bottom valve open, otherwise you'll suck in air and you have to keep repeating the process. But yeah, it's pretty simple. So I'm gonna add fluid here, pump it, open it here at the same time. You usually do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you hold it, and then you open it. You leave it open for 1 or 2 seconds, close it, 1, 2, 3, hold it, open it, just like that. It's running like shit, dude. Under load, it just fucking misfires like crazy. I'm gonna burn my fucking clutch. Gas tank and make sure everything's tightened and properly put together, because I believe somebody took this bike apart already, so I don't know. We'll go ahead and take it apart. So I got most of the airbox and everything put back together. I did remove everything, and I have to put on the tank. I have to look up which is the in and then which one is the return for the fuel, and then just plug in the fuel pump and we should be good to start it again. Okay, so we're gonna continue working on the Ducati. So after switching out the coil packs yesterday, I figured out that it was actually they were both running, but they were both misfiring. So you also got a little bit of backfire sometimes. So it could be that it was just running really lean. So we have to remove the gas tank air box, and so we can get to the injectors, and we're gonna remove them. And with a homemade tool that I have, we're gonna go ahead and clean them. So I'm gonna go ahead and disassemble so we can get to those injectors. So as you can see right here, we have injector number 1 and injector number 2. We're gonna go ahead and remove both of these so we can go ahead and clean them. This bike was tampered with before, so it is missing the retaining clips, which kind of sucks. That took longer than it should have. Anyways, there we have them both unplugged. Now we just have to undo the bolts and they should pop right out. So we're gonna We have both injectors. This is left side, this is right side, and they do look kind of nasty, but we're gonna go ahead and clean them so we can go ahead and put them back. This injector looks pretty messed up, to be honest. Looks kind of burnt, if you can see right there. It could be our problem, just one injector's bad, but let's just go ahead and test them, see what's up. Okay, so what we have set up here is actually a circuit board that connects to the injector, and it opens and closes it so you can spray cleaner through here and it cleans it out. So we're going to be using just some brake cleaner, and as you can see, it's ticking. And when you do that, what you want to do is just start spraying it little by little until it builds pressure, because otherwise it explodes like that. Okay.
Un poquito más de presión.
So we're done with the other one, and we're gonna go ahead and do the other one that looks a little bit rougher. See how different it looks. To see if we can clean it.
Ahí, dale.
Okay, so we got both injectors put back together with the O-rings and stuff. We did put the ones that were on back on because we don't have any at the moment, but for final assembly, we still have to remove the engine and everything. We're just trying to make it run for now. Final assembly, we will put new O-rings, but for now, Since our problem wasn't in the injectors, as you saw, we cleaned them and they look pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and take apart the gas tank, hopefully to see something's clogged up there, or maybe it loses fuel pressure. Not sure, but I'm gonna go ahead and open it, see what's up. So my neighbors are doing a little bit of trimming and it's not helping, but as you can see, the bag is pretty disgusting, and there's a lot of buildup in there. Kind of looks like a glue. There you go. Kind of like a goo. It's kind of gross. Hopefully we can remove the bag and start cleaning it. We'll probably disassemble it, or probably not. We'll see. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and clean it. Hopefully that helps out. Stuff like that. So I actually got a brand new filter installed in the pump assembly. We went ahead and cleaned this mesh right here. This was covered like in mud. It was really gross. But yeah, hopefully that was the reason why it was running lean and we were getting the backfires. We also went ahead and cleaned the injectors as well. Oh, and also I can show you actually the old filter, and this was the condition that it was in. As you can see, this is supposed to be clear. This is actually like 9 years old and it's never been changed. It has a date stamp 2010 right there. But yeah, look how dirty that is. Oh, that should be yellow like this one, or white. But this is just disgusting. So we're gonna go ahead and start assembling the whole tank. I'm gonna go get gas as well. Okay, we got the fuel pump installed in the gas tank, so now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the bike. We are actually gonna go ahead and install the injectors right now, so I'll go ahead and move the tripod and start recording. Okay, so the first thing you want to do when installing injectors is make sure the surfaces are clean where the injector is gonna go in. All this is clean, and before installing them, this one already prepped it, but you want to go ahead and just put on a little bit of Vaseline on the sides, just like that on the O-ring. Same thing on the front side. Alright. And then what you want to do is actually slide it into the fuel rail first. Now you want to try to do that before you put it into the intake, but if you can't, okay, the phone keeps dying on me, but I basically got the injectors in. You just slide them in. They don't go in too tight, or not tight at all actually. But here we go. We can put the fuel rails into the intake now. Now all we have to do is just bolt it all down.
Do me wrong, do me right, do me right,
Alright, cool. Got injectors in. Let's plug them in. There's one. There's two. So now it's ready to be put the airbox back in. So I'm gonna continue there. know this has a cracked engine mounting point, but so far it doesn't feel like, I can't be going too fast, we got neighbors around. So it feels like it pulls pretty well. It doesn't bog anymore like it used to before. It definitely pulls a lot better. I do feel a lot of vibration, but that's maybe just because of the mount, or it's just how this bike is. I'm not sure. I never ridden a B-twin before, so it is a pretty different experience. But yeah, I mean, it pulls pretty well, and the corners amazing. It's so nice. Maybe because of these soft tires, but I don't know. The bike's just pretty awesome, honestly. I wish I could keep it for myself, but so yeah, I mean, that's how you get a Ducati Monster running. Bought it, had no idea what the issues were. Turns out just to be a dirty injectors and fuel system. Did get new spark plugs for it, and that's about it. We will tear down the whole thing, remove the engine, so we could fix that cracked crankcase. But yeah, I mean, we gotta dump the engine in one of these videos.